So welcome back to DHamDIY and welcome to the shop. Bit of a sneak peek for you, but it's a special day, it's a special video. The 300 subscriber special. There's a lot of you out there who have subscribed and have been watching for a long time. Some of you may not have been here for a long time, but that's okay, right? I'm very appreciative of you, and I'm going to be giving y'all something nice today, right? In celebration of the 300 subscriber special. What we're going to be doing is creating a Trot-Jug line, right? DIY Trot-Jug line. Now you may be wondering, what is that? That's probably why you clicked on the video. Well, essentially, with a trot line, you get, boom, you get sort of like an x-axis, right? You're fishing lengthwise. With the jug line, you're fishing y-axis just directly down. What if you were to make the string of the jug line a little longer than the depth of the water? What that would end up doing is essentially creating a diagonal, right? Going from the bottom all the way to the top. So now you're fishing depth and length. And you're getting the best of both worlds. What if the fish are biting over here? Well, you didn't know because you had you had a jug line here. What if they're fishing down below? If you had a trot line, you know, you might not. And of course the trot line kind of takes advantage of the parabola. But yeah, you know, and you could put buoys on your trot. Anyway, you get what I'm saying here. So yeah, we're going to be going and creating this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the string around my jug, you know, and then I'm going to put a barrel swivel, you know, a little snap swivel on that with a string that goes down, a couple hooks on it, and weight. But there's going to be some more magic involved than just that, right? This isn't any ordinary jug line video, right? So let's go ahead and get about 6 feet, maybe a little bit more, 7. Okay. And I always, instead of cutting it and then burning, I just like to burn them and then the next end is ready to go with the string, the nylon string, you know. I think it's a 1,000-pound test as well, so, you know, I'm not going to have any issues with this breaking. I think the barrel swivels are like 50-pound, you know, size 3 barrel swivel. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and just make a little knot, you know, nothing too crazy yet. And then I'm going to wrap it around my jug or my styrofoam, right? And then I'm gonna pull it through itself, pull the string through that little loop I just made, like that, you see? Now, I'm gonna wrap it around the other way. And then I'm gonna put it through that loop again and then pull it the opposite direction that I just had it. And I'll show you here in a minute. What it's gonna do is it's gonna make a little cute triangle, right? And what this is going to do, in essence, is kind of divide up the, it's going to divide up the tension when a fish or something pulls on it. Instead of pulling it only, you know, on one area of the styrofoam, it's going to pull it on all 4 sides, hopefully equally, right? Tighten it up, do another pull. Now we're going to do a double knot on that, and what's left over is we're going to have a whole lot of extra string. Right, so, all right. Boom. So now we have our jug, just like that, you see? And then on the other side, just a little X. Now, if it pulls hard enough, it's going to start cutting into the styrofoam and everything, but it's fine, no big deal. So that's our jug. And also, if you are fishing, you're going to want to make sure you have your tags, right, for your line. Has to be within 6 inches, in Texas, of course, of the actual thing. You could write it on there as well, but my problem with that is that if you want a friend to borrow your jug lines or something, you know, you can't give them to him because it's got your name on it and he can't fish with it, you know, unless he's there with you. But, yeah, you know, we've got over, I think, 100,000, maybe 130,000 video views, right? We're getting there. And now we have a shop to do all this fun stuff in. So, you know, I'm just real excited. Figured we'd do something different. You know, I've been doing a lot of the DIY stuff and the gardening things, which not many people watch, but I enjoy doing them, you know, and I've been slacking on the hobby videos. So, yeah, we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these barrel swirls right here. Real nice, by the way. And then we're gonna tie it up on here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and make a knot for the tag. What's going on outside? Boom. And now we'll be able to cut a hole in there and do the whole flip through, tie it down. So that's going to be where our tag is. And now we're going to put the barrel swivel on there. We're going to do actually just the same thing. A little bit further down, right about yonder. And then if you want to, let's say, swap out to a different jug line rig or whatever, you're not burdened by having that on there, where you have to cut the line and all that stuff. So now we're going to get our little loop, pull it through, and fold it in on itself. Boom. And that's going to give us a pretty strong little line there, like that. Yeah, that's on there good. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to get 5 feet, tie us a loop at the bottom, and that's going to be for another barrel swivel connected to the weight that we are going to make in a moment. Emphasis on making the weight. Don't pay for those expensive steel or lead weights when you can make one for 5 or 10 cents. Like I said, it's the spirit of jug lining, right? Make sure that's tight. Okay, let's put another barrel swivel on it. That's the spirit of jug lining, is just getting what you have laying around. And yeah, I'm putting a little bit of fancy hardware on there, but just so it lasts, But yeah, I see people doing all this super crazy expensive stuff with the jug lines. And the what do you call them? The noodle jugs are cool, but what's the point of using a jug line if you got to watch them, Or, oh, there's a fish there. You're going to have to pull them up anyway to check on them, I wouldn't trust it activating and stuff if there's a fish on there. You're going to check it anyway, why not, And also, with the Trot-Jug line, I wouldn't necessarily be able to use the noodle jugs because I want wind to catch the float. That's kind of the point, With this, there's a lot of surface area there for the wind to pull the line tight. You see, if there's a little bit of wind, it'll get that angle going down in the water. And ideally, I'm going to make the jug line about probably 30 feet. So we're going to have, we'll probably be fishing in maybe 15-foot water, 10, 15-foot water. So we get a real nice taper there. Giving away all my secrets. That's okay, though. You all deserve it. All right. That's about 5 feet. Let's go make another loop. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to put one about 3 feet. So I'd say right about there. And what that's going to do is that's going to be that perfect spot for any bottom feeders, which, as you know, catfish are bottom feeders, right? So that's probably the one that's going to catch the most fish, but yeah, we're going to make it a little bit longer. We're going to make it a little bit longer so it sticks out on the line and has some dangle to it. And that's another thing as well with these jug lines, is that your hook is going to be going down and getting kind of like right next to the main line. If there's a bit of an angle to it, right, then here's your line. See, you got some dangle now. You know what I mean? It's going to be dangling down rather than right in the annoying spot. Now, for hooks, I wanted circle hooks, and I got some circle hooks. They're 7/0 circle hooks, right? Which is, that's a pretty good size for what we're going to be going for. However, I couldn't find any size 6 circle hooks, so I had to get these O'Shaughnessy. They're all right, but what's going to be happening is the fish are going to be popping off of there, presumably. So I'm going to use this hook right here on the size 7 circle hook. I'm going to be using on the lower part, because this is the one that's going to get the most bites, out there right at the bottom. They're going to be smelling that good stuff. Boom. That's not going anywhere. So we have that one. That's 3 feet. Let's go ahead and get probably another 2 feet right there. Okay. And now let's go ahead and get another 5 feet. Boom. So now we're at about 10 feet. Let's put another. There's some sirens going crazy out there. Someone must have got hurt. And now we're going to be going to the O'Shaughnessy hook. I kind of, get a little shiver just saying it. Some guy with a big ego put his name on the hook. I don't know the whole story there, but I'm sure he's a nice guy. So yeah, now we're getting the size 6. Boom, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to go another 5 feet. Put us another one. And these are all approximations, right? These aren't, it's not set in stone. But yeah, you know how to learn, you learn how to make some jug lines, and you'll never go hungry, because you will catch fish all day long. I'm a big pole guy, you know. No pun intended, but couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I love fishing catfish from poles, but if I got a fish fry, I got some people coming out and wanting to hang, then if I'm wanting to catch some fish enough to eat, I'm gonna bring the trot lines out and the jug lines. Okay, so now we're gonna go another 5 feet. Boom. And that's gonna be where we end it, and this is gonna be where I put the last hook. And that's going to be real good. That was about 25, 30 feet. Yeah. Should be good. I actually didn't make this one big enough. I like having a little dangle, like I said. Bigger dangle, the better. The bigger dangle, the better. All right. Let's put a little bit more weight, a little bit more on there. Okay. It's looking good. Let's get another O'Shaughnessy. Come on, Ouch. All right. And some people do a twist too when they put it on there, I think, where they kind of, yeah, I'm not worried about it. This works just fine, never failed me. And it's either you're getting a lot of strength out of that, because there's no weird, bends or whatever. All right. And so right about here, we're going to stop it. Okay. And burn it off. It's also important to note, make sure you got the right color on your jug lines. I believe in Texas, orange is the only color you can't use for unless it's commercial. If you're not planning on selling the fish, then you don't have anything to worry about. Okay, boom, just like that. Now let's go ahead and connect it up to our swivel. Our snap swivel. 50 pound, if we got bigger than a 50 pounder on there, I'll just let them go. You can snap a swivel all day long. No, but realistically, we're not going to be catching any 50 pounders, I don't think. Okay, let's just go ahead and bring it up slow. Hooking myself. And yeah, you could stick the hooks in the styrofoam or whatever, but we're going to be using this very soon. All right, now all we need is the weight. So I'm going to go mix up some Quikrete, some cheap little concrete mix I have laying around. I'm going to fill up these cups. I have here some, what do they call them? Some little stake downs for landscaping fabric. I actually was using those in the gravel driveway video, DIY gravel driveway video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Filling up a little planer cup, because this is what I had lying around, right? Nothing too fancy. Putting some concrete in it that I had lying around, and some rebar ties that I had, some stakes that I had laying around. Rebar ties would be way too thin. You don't want to use those, because this will be in the water a very long time, hanging out, getting rusty. This is a pretty thick gauge. Sink it in there like that, boom, and then I connect the snap swivel to that, and we're good to go. I'm gonna go make that concrete, and I'll be right back. Okay. Got some concrete mixed up here. Looking good. I'm gonna go grab some gloves. Got some dirty concrete gloves. One size too small. A little bit. All right. That's looking good. A little bit wet, but that's okay, right? Never a bad thing. Now let's jostle this in there. Get it where we want it. Get all the air bubbles out of there. Okay, that looks good. Now, Once that's dry, just connect the swivel on, and we're ready to go do something special. Speaking of which, tell y'all a little something cool. Gonna be doing a little bit of this action, right? We're gonna put some dog food in here, something smelly, something nasty, right? Maybe a rotten fish we find on the bank. I don't know quite yet. We're gonna also be putting this at the bottom. Sorry. We're gonna be putting this also at the bottom of the lake, letting that smell get around, right? And we will surround it with our Trot-Jug lines. So this is gonna be the epicenter of stank. All the fish are gonna be coming in. As they're coming in, boom, 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 all gonna be getting hit. We're gonna get a ton of fish with this method. It's gonna be quite beautiful. And also, what we're gonna be doing lastly, we want to put a number on our jug trot line. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this as numero uno, right? That way, we've all been out there with the trot lines, right? You can't remember which one was which. Did I set that one? Did I check that one? Now we're gonna know. Hit up 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. Where's 4? 4's missing. You know, you see what I'm saying? All right. So we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna go ahead and make 10 more of these, and then we're going to the lake and we're gonna try them out. With these starter cups for plants, I went ahead and made 2 more of them. Originally I made 10, I went ahead and squared it off to 12. What if you had a carrying case for them? You see, due to the geometry of the cups, how it tapers up, I figured, well, I can make a box that's shaped on the sides like this, and we have 3 rows of 4, 4 rows of 3. They get held in, but when you start taking them out, they'll just fall on out, right? So there's no need for a bottom. All it is some edges and maybe a handle. So I'm gonna roll with that. I went ahead and got some clamps on here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark, you know, the geometry here of that taper, and then we don't have to worry about anything special, right? We just simply cut. Shoot some in there. And yeah, I'm thinking, you know, for a handle, just a little rope, right? See if we got any laying around. And if not, then we might not even put one. Let's see. Okay, so I was just gonna go ahead and bring you out of the lake, but I thought of something really funny and ingenuitive, right? Well, in spirit of jug lines, right? And especially the jug trot line, you want to use stuff that's just laying around, right? You don't want to go and buy anything. Of course, maybe the hooks and the snaps and swivels, you know, right? But so what I did, I got a little piece of Romex, right? So I had that little, where's it at? Oh yeah. I had a little Romex laying around, right? So I ripped a chunk off it, and what I'm gonna do, I attached 2 screws facing down. Now with the Romex, I'm going to wrap it around itself a little bit. And what I can do now, you seeing that? That's looking good, isn't it? Only for the subscriber special. Okay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's incredible. Just tuck it in like that too. You could stash that under a little part in your boat. Okay, so we're out here on the lake. Daybreak hasn't quite made it yet, right? Sun's not up. We have some cat food here for the big cats. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this in the water. It's gonna get all that nasty stank in the water. We're gonna have a float on it, let it sit there, and then in a big ring all the way around where we threw that, maybe 100 feet diameter ring, we're gonna place all the other 10 jug lines. That way, whenever a catfish, in theory, smells that bait sitting in that little basket, they're gonna come in, and then boom, our hook's gonna be waiting there for them. The ring of death, if you will. So those Trot-Jug lines too,
whichever way the wind's blowing is the kind of what's going to set the pace. It's looking like it's going south up north, so yeah, you know, we're gonna have a nice taper there on those jug trot lines, and we'll see if we get a bite. Let's go ahead and set them up. Drop those in. Yeah, 2 weights now. Sayonara, all the way down. Okay, so that one just needs a little bit more. No big deal. Okay, and it's taking it all the way. Perfect. So it looks like we have maybe 5 feet extra. So that's going to be what marks the center of the circle, and the rest are going to go all around it. Okay, so over there you can see I had put the bait jug, and then right next to it I had set another jug trot line. And then you can also see the ring we have going around with a bit of an opening here. You know, this one kind of drifted out a little bit, but yeah, we got a really nice ring going on here, and now we're just going to wait it out. All the hard work's done. We can relax and see if we got a fish. Okay, so we think we got a bite on that jug. It's been about maybe, what, 10 minutes? And we're going to go check it out, see if we got something on it. If you don't feel anything right away, we'll probably just, yeah, it's moving. It's moving. It's moving.
He's going.
It's going. Get it. We got to get it. We got to get it. There's a big fish on there. If he can move that weight like it's nothing. All right, go ahead and grab that. You got it? All right. Yeah. We'll grab that line and then. Hang on. Got the motor on.
Oh, I feel it.
There's a fish on there?
Yep. 100%.
Feel big?
Not huge.
Oh yeah, good sized catfish. All right. So there you have it. 10 minutes in, we're already catching some pretty big fish. That might be a baby blue cat. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna swap over. Let's swap meat.
Give you the honor, sir. You did all the line work.
Yeah.
All right. So there you have it. The DIY trot jug line in action. Not even, maybe 10, 20 minutes in, and we're catching some catfish, some blue cats. The 300 subscriber special. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Without your feedback, there's no way of me knowing what you're thinking, if you like these videos or not. A lot of you have been very perceptive with the videos, and I appreciate that feedback, right? Go ahead and subscribe to see more if you're not a subscriber already, and maybe we'll do something nice for the 500 subscriber special. There's not a lot of you out there, but we're getting there, right? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.